fishing as far back as I can remember. When I was 8 years old, my neighbor used to take me to the dockyard, and my uncle used to take me to the North Mole. My father bought me my first rod, which was a 2-meter bamboo rod, which cost then 1 shilling, which is about 5p today, with a little tiny ring at the tip and a bit of line. And that's how I used to fish. And since then, I haven't stopped loving the sport. When I was 17, I took part in my first fishing competition, which was organized by where I used to work at the Property Services Agency. And I liked it so much that I joined the Gibraltar Fishing Club. And I've been a member ever since, for nearly 50 years now. Competition fishing has been great for Gibraltar and the sport. I went to the first one in 1989. It was a European Boat Championship in Stavanger, and actually I learned a lot that first time. I never expected to, that these were the best guys in Europe, and I learned a lot from them. Since then, I've been going to other European boats, and I've been doing a lot of world show surfing competitions at club level and international level. And since then, I've been to about nearly 30 competitions, I think, or more. And like I say, you don't stop learning. And the good thing about this competition is you start making friends, and it's not only the fishing, but meeting them once a year or once every 2 years, and it's great fun. And you see the world, because I've been all over the world. I've been to Kenya, Miami, Cabo San Lucas, mainland Mexico, all the Scandinavian countries, Iceland, Scotland, you name it. And like I say, it's been great fun. When we did the World Championships here, both clubs, the Metza came first, won gold, and we won bronze. And then in Belgium, the Gibraltar Fishing Club won bronze again. We missed the gold by a couple of fish, but like I say, it's very hard going because these are the best of the best.
Charlie!
Well, here in Gibraltar we are privileged because we are fishing, and we've got deep waters all around us, and we've got a bit of a beach fishing, we've got pier fishing, and then we've got boat fishing, and we can do a hell of a lot of different types of fishing. I think we become very versatile anglers because we depending on what we are going to do on the day, we change from one method to another.
We're going to fish here with black conch, basically known as tonta or concha de sangre, or concha negra también, so blood conch or black conch. They are very hard and strong, and obviously we do need some access for the knife so we can actually cut them. I've chosen to fish with 2 hooks, which is one of my preferred rigs to fish for this type of fishing. And basically what you do, you can actually see here, once the conch is broken in half, as they're so heavy, you can actually use half and half, and not a full conch like we usually do with a concha fina. And obviously, in this type of fishing, the conch itself, the actual shell, is the weight that helps us take the bait down to the bottom of the sea.
They are very, very difficult to open them up. So what we do is we scrape them on the floor. Okay. See? Put our knife in there, and we just start cutting it to open it in half. Yep.
Well, for me the best is what they call in English the smooth Venus shell, concha fina, and we use either one if it's big, or if they're medium or small, we use two different hooks. But if you use a blood conch, because mainly they're big and heavy, we only use one or half. actually have one hook only. There used to be one called concha tonta, and they used to call it concha tonta, I believe, because they used to break very easily, but those we don't see anymore.
Venga, todos cañas en manos. Vámonos.
Vamos.
Ya está. Métele ya.
Basically, this is a good spot for trying this sort of technique with a conch. There's quite a lot of variety of fish. There's a lot of white bream, which hopefully today we should be able to catch quite a lot of white bream. It's an area where you normally can't fish. You can only fish from the other side of the mole. So the fish here should be quite hungry, and we should be able to catch a few species to show how the actual fishing with the black conch is done.
But all I can remember is that when I was about 20, we started using it at the club, but we didn't invent it. I mean, my father used to call the gentleman in Caleta who used to get the conch, concha negra, and he used to say, look, save 4 pounds for my son, he's going to go and pick them up. And if I remember, they were about 10 pence or something like that, a pound. And with that, we used to fish, and it took off. It took off. It's become one of the best fishing methods when it comes to competition fishing, from piers.
Charlie. ¿Qué, Charlie?
White bream.
Ah, un sargo.
Obvio.
A small white bream, which makes the government minimum size, but now Trevor is going to measure it, tag it, and release it alive to see what it does and where it goes.
As the blood conch are quite heavy, I've opted to go for a single hook. So basically, just pull the line from the reel directly out, and we just tie a normal hook. I've got some here, which I can show you the ones I use. I use it's a bait holder type of hook with an eyelet at the bottom. This is the type of hook I use. And the reason it's called the bait holder, it's because on this side of the hook there, you can see that's really small barbs coming out, and that actually holds the bait, and it doesn't slip out.
Ya se me han llevado ya doble concha ya. I still haven't managed to hook any fish, but to be honest, they are very active today. They are biting very well. I always like to hold the rod because obviously I can feel, not only I can feel when I need to pull, but I can actually feel what type of size of fish are actually biting.
Oh, qué buena picada, ¿no?
Oh, buenísima picha. Qué alegría, man. Qué picada más buena. ¿Sargo, no, Charlie?
Yep, bigger one than the other one.
Qué picada le ha dado, dile a Charlie, man. Qué bonito. Le pega la pared bien, Charlie.
Y
Buscando la pared bien, ¿eh?
quiere coger la huerta.
¿Cómo te está buscando la piedra, Charlie?
Sí.
El filo.
Very clever.
Yep. Charlie, vente para acá. Que sargo, compa. Salva. Vente, cámbiate conmigo. Prueba, salvar Charlie ahí. El salvar Charlie, que este tiene que menos que los 900 lo tiene seguro.
Buen sargo. Right. Muy buen sargo. Voy a hacer tagging este rápido para quitarlo de aquí.
There comes the hook. quick tuck and release.
That's 700 grams. See the 34. Vale. Lasciate da qui arriva, se no mi abbiamo papato.
I remember when I was a young kid, about 4 or 5 years old, and we used to always come fishing here every Saturday with my 2 brothers and my dad. And I think it was just shortly after the 9/11 events in New York. All the security had to be more strict than it was before, and unfortunately we weren't able to come fishing here, so we've been allowed to come here for a nice session here for the program, and there's plenty of fish, you know, we are just loving it.
A ver si da un pescado que no sea sargo.
Algo bueno,
Un
¿no?
parguito, una breca. Algo diferente, sí.
Hay algo diferente que un sargo, ¿verdad?
Va a venir algo gordo.